Maxx Crosby claps back at Aqib Talib. Tre Tucker is ready to be the wide receiver 1 for the Las Vegas Raiders. Jackson Powers-Johnson out for the season. And is it time to move on from Daniel Carlson? Yo, what is up, Raidernation? It's your boy Small Raider back at it again with yet another video. If this is the very first time you guys are coming across the channel and you love Raiders content just like this, then don't forget to hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. That being said, let's talk about Maxx Crosby. Now, we've seen the clips going around, circulating all over the internet of Aqib Talib saying that Maxx Crosby can't stop the run, basically disrespecting the Big O's.
When teams come out and run for 150 against the Raiders, why Skip don't give us no spiel about Maxx Crosby?
We're not talking about the Raiders defense.
He got the same checks.
Do me a favor. After this, go to YouTube and watch Maxx Crosby highlights.
I'm gonna do you a favor right now. I'm gonna see how many yards did the Raiders give up against the Jags rushing.
I'm talking about individual defense.
The Jags had 150 rushing. What the f did Crosby do?
Look up Crosby.
Why we pay Crosby? He can't stop the run.
Look up Max's stats.
His stats. He ain't stopped the run.
Can you read me Micah's stats from yesterday?
0, 0, 0 is what I wrote.
0, 0, 0.
Yeah.
Maxx Crosby in a losing effort yesterday. 3 solo tackles, 1 assisted, 4 total tackles.
Always in a losing effort.
1 sack. 3 tackles for loss. That's a guy who shows up. What I'm saying is that Micah disappears for stretches, and then you have other guys getting paid the same amount of money, and they flash. What TJ Watt do yesterday? What Aiden Hutchinson do yesterday? Maxx is on a shit team, and Maxx is still making plays.
So after seeing that and seeing the uproar from the Raider Nation, of course, we all going to stick up for our guy, Maxx Crosby. We finally got to hear from Maxx Crosby himself, and this is what he had to say in response to what Aqib Talib had to say.
You can't get mad at somebody that's uneducated in the situation. Come on, bro. I don't even have to defend myself. Go look up the numbers. Go look up the tape. Go watch me play a football game. Go watch the game I played on Thursday. So, like, looking forward at this situation and having him come and say that shit, like, he could have an opinion about whatever. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He could sit in the room with me right now and we could watch fucking film together if he thinks I don't stop the run.
Then following that, Aqib Talib backpedaled faster than a soccer player and had this to say in response to what Maxx Crosby had to say, tweeting out, "I was making a point, brother. You can't tell from the clip that was posted, but I promise you can if you watch the full convo. You are top in the league versus everything. Run and pass. This is Skip Bayless's fault. LOL. Nothing but respect, my boy. You already know that."
Watch your tone, fam. I'll with you. We showed you love when you came to the spot. See, you watch clips and then you say some out of line because you watching clips and you ain't watched the full show. I didn't say you ain't stopped the run. I was making a point that when your team gives up 150, Skip don't say you didn't stop the run because it's not all on you. You do a great job stopping the run. When the Packers give up 150 rushing, that's not all on Parsons. When the Raiders give up 150 rushing, that's not all on you. That was my whole point. I was making a point. You know what I'm saying? The producers, they gonna make the clips.
Watch your tone. Watch the full clips. Did you not watch what Maxx Crosby had to say? He actually said that he watched the full clip before he responded, and he still responded the way he did.
Because I'm not the person to take the clip and, okay, I'm going to just look at the clip and then just take that. No, I'm going to see what the fuck we're talking about. And they were basically, trying to like disrespect Micah and say he doesn't stop the run. And then Talib was defending Micah by basically shitting on me, saying, well, Maxx doesn't either. And I'm like, come on, bro. I don't even have to defend myself.
Goes to show that you didn't really listen. Then again, you can't expect that much out of a former Bronco, but it is what it is. Now, I did do my due diligence because I didn't want to be one-sided. Of course, I'm a Raider fan. I'm going to stick up for Maxx Crosby no matter what. And Aqib Talib, F him anyways, because we all know what he did to Michael Crabtree years ago. I mean, that was the point. I lost all respect for him anyways. I still went out my way to really watch the full clip and see the whole conversation, and he was right. It was kind of taken out of context. I do a lot of clipping as well when it comes to podcasting and just make it more intriguing, more entertaining to catch the viewer's eyes. And that's what they did. And they caught a lot of eyes, especially the Raider Nations, which is why we all held it down. A lot of people were calling Aqib Talib out like, bro, you don't know football. Heck, Maxx Crosby even said the same thing. Like, how you going to speak like that and not actually do your research? But it was an argument between him and Skip Bayless. Of course, Skip Bayless is a big Dallas Cowgirl fan, and he's going to stick up for his team all the time. And he was throwing a lot of hate at Micah Parsons and how he disappears in games and not being able to put his imprint on these games, which Aqib Talib responded to that and was saying, bro, you say this about Micah Parsons, but you don't say that about anybody else when other teams are giving up multiple yards on the ground. You don't keep that same energy with Aiden Hutchinson. You don't keep that same energy with Maxx Crosby. And of course, Richie Incognito. Shout out to Richie Incognito, always sticking up for the nation as well. A real true Raider. Stuck up for Maxx Crosby and just had to hit him with the facts, hit him with the stats. Aqib didn't want to hear it. And that's why I feel like he fucked up, is because what Richie was trying to say in response to that was, when you put on the tape and you see Maxx Crosby play on defense, he always is going to put his footprint on the game. No matter how bad the defense looks, no matter how bad the team is, you feel Maxx Crosby's presence out there and you see it on the stat sheet. That's what he was trying to say. But Aqib Talib was like, nah. He ain't stopping the run. Heck, you got these teams putting 150 on the Raiders defense, meaning Maxx Crosby ain't doing shit out there. Just because the whole defense ain't looking good doesn't mean that Maxx Crosby is not doing his job out there. Say what you will. At the end of the day, Aqib, keep Maxx Crosby's name out your mouth. Heck, you even lucky that Richie Incognito didn't get up and Fuki slam your ass all over that studio. So when it comes to Aqib Talib and talk about the Raiders, I got 3 words for you.
Shut up.
Now, I know that Maxx Crosby invited Aqib Talib to sit down with them. I can't wait to see what goes down on that episode, but we all know that Aqib, look at, oh boy, acting like a little jabroni now, trying to be on Maxx Crosby's good side. That being said, Raider Nation, what do you guys think about this whole situation between Maxx Crosby and Aqib Talib? Let me know down in the comments below. Moving on, though, it seems like we got a wide receiver 1 on the team. We don't have to go anywhere else. We already got one at home. Wide receiver Tre Tucker has come out and said that he's ready to take over that wide receiver 1 role, especially with Jacoby Myers leaving and the Raiders technically not having a wide receiver 1 on this team just yet. I will definitely give Tre Tucker some props. This year, he's played a lot better. I know that the offense is bad in general, but he's definitely showing up. And I know he's still a young receiver, but from what he's learned from a lot of these other wide receivers, he can definitely take that and try to show what he can do with this team. I mean, he's got all the opportunities now to take advantage of, to go out there and show what he has. So far this season, he has 34 total receptions for 455 yards, 4 touchdowns with the average of 13.4 yards per reception. So the opportunity's there for him. Do I believe that he could be a wide receiver 1? No, but I think he's a solid receiver on this team, and I think that the Raiders still need to go and look for a wide receiver 1. I know we have some young receivers on this team under Tre Tucker. You got Dante Thornton, Jack Besh, and of course Tyler Lockett. But when it comes to wide receiver 1s, I still am going to look at Brock Bowers as that wide receiver 1, and I'm going to look at Michael Mayer as that tight end 1. But if Tre can step up in the back half of the season, then that'd be huge for this offense. But it all comes down to the offensive line and even the quarterback play. And speaking of the offensive line, according to some news from Ian Rappaport, he tweeted out that the Raiders have placed Jackson Powers Johnson on IR due to an ankle injury, which may potentially end his season. This was expected, as Coach Pete Carroll said post-game, he'll be out a while. Now, we all know that that's a huge blow to the offensive line already, offensive line that has been struggling so far this season, and we've already lost Colton Miller on this team. Heck, we lost Dylan Parham in this last game, and who knows if he's going to be out for yet another week. We have a depleted offensive line, which means it's going to be a really tough end of the season for this team moving forward offensively. And looking at Colton Miller's status, it seems like he might be joining JPJ and possibly being out for the rest of the season. There was a video circulating, according to Vegas Sports Today, of the Raiders offensive linemen at Allegiant Stadium for the Thanksgiving drive, and we got to see JPJ in a scooter and also seeing Colton Miller in a walking boot. So it definitely seems like we won't be seeing those two guys back on the offensive line anytime soon, which is a huge blow. But on the bright side, though, it seems like Caleb Rogers might be starting for the first time this season at right guard in replacement of JPJ, because this is what he had to say in a recent interview with the press.
The only thing that's changed is the opportunity. Now that I am starting getting some more opportunities, I'm extremely excited, and I just want to continue to take every single asset that I have to the game to help this team win. Couldn't think of a better opportunity to get me better week 1 as a starter than to go against someone like Quentin Williams.
Now, I'm just glad that the Raiders are at least giving Caleb Rogers a chance to go out there to start over Alex Cappa. It hasn't officially been announced yet, but we can all see that he most likely will get the nod on Monday night. I want to take a quick moment to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video, MyBookie. Whether you're chasing a big parlay or just testing your football knowledge, MyBookie makes it easy for you. And they've got everything all in one spot, from the NFL to the NBA to college football, live lines, and so much more. If you're looking to get in on the action and you're new to MyBookie, then make sure to use my promo code Samoan, and any bet that you place up to $500 is fully covered when you opt in for your bet back bonus token. So don't wait. and head to my bookie today. Now, some other roster news. According to Raiders PR, the Raiders have activated Jamin Davis off of the practice squad, which gives a little bit of a boost to the linebacker room. But the biggest news for me was the Raiders signing kicker Greg Joseph to the practice squad. And the only reason why the Raiders have been working out different kickers is because our main kicker, Daniel Carlson, has been struggling so far this season. I've talked to you guys a lot about DC this year and the fact that he's starting to decline. And as much love as I got for Daniel Carlson, especially for the memories, for all the game winners, for all the points, and just the memories that he's had in the silver and black, I think that his time is slowly coming up, which means that the Raiders have to look in a different direction. Of course, we moved on from Tom McMahon, our special teams coordinator, but now it might be time to move on to another kicker. Can Greg Joseph step up and be that guy? Who knows? But one thing's for certain, the Raiders just seem like the team that always can get the special teams right, whether it's a punter and a kicker, whoever we bring in. You guys got to remember, Daniel Carlson was one of the worst kickers coming out of Minnesota. When he signed with the Raiders, didn't have no real expectations for him, but he turned out to be a gem for us for the long run. Now, maybe a guy like Greg Joseph or anybody else, heck, Jake Moody at this point, there might be another answer at kicker for us. We just got to see who that guy might be. Because after watching these past couple of games, I know how important the offense and defensive line has been, but that special teams is also a big factor in winning games for this team as well. And if we can't get it right, then it's going to be a long season. I mean, heck, longer than it's already been so far. That being said, though, Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think about everything that's been going on today. Also, if you guys are going to be at the game, let me know down in the comments below. Would definitely like to see a lot of you guys there. I will be at Lot W for a tailgate over there. So if you guys want to come say what's up to me, catch me over there or catch me at the game. I'll be over there enjoying Monday Night Football with the Raider Nation and hoping for another victory, especially against the Dallas Cowgirls. I mean, we cannot lose this game. But then again, it's any given Sunday. But until the next video, this is your boy, Simone Raider, and your boy is Yow.